What is up, you guys? Today I want to talk about the pros and cons of living in the sticks. If any of you guys watched my Get to Know Me tag or Get to Know Me video, you'd know that I live in a very small town, and a lot of people would say that I live in the sticks or the boonies, boondocks, whatever. But I just want to say there are a lot of pros to living out here and a lot of cons to living out here. But I will start with the cons. So let's get this thing started. Let me start with the fact that there is literally no signal. There is literally about 2 or 3 places where I can send texts in my house. And one is like at the foot of my bed. Literally I have to like crouch over the foot of my bed. And then another spot is at this Jesus picture I have in my house. I don't know. Yes, finally. Thank you, Jesus. Another thing is people can't find my house. You'll give them directions word for word, or they'll put it in the GPS and they'll just go straight by my house, or try going into the city closest to my house, and they just get turned around, and they usually call us, and the signal's bad down here, so the calls drop, and it's just a big mess. I think you went by my house. Okay, all you need to do is turn around, go about 5 miles, then you'll pass a barn, then you get to a stop sign, and I think the call dropped. They must be close. And people have no idea where it is. When people ask me where I live and I tell them, and I'm like, hey, I live in such and such, and they're like, what's that close to? And then I tell them a city beside me, and they're like, what's that close to? And so I end up having to tell them like Raleigh, which is like 2 hours away from me, so they can kind of understand where I live. Another thing is we're the last people they get to when it snows, and we're the last people that they plow the roads for, and we're stuck in our house for like 10 days when it snows. Also, it takes 15 to 30 minutes to get to any like restaurants or malls. It takes 30 minutes to get to 2 Walmarts each way, and then it takes about 15 minutes to get to like a Just Save. So we literally have nothing but a gas station down here. Another thing, it's really not a big deal, but I just threw it in here because I notice it every year that we never have any trick-or-treaters. I mean, I used to go up to like my grandma's house and she'd have like bags of candy for me and my cousins, but other than that, no trick-or-treaters anywhere around my house.
I bought all this candy. Where are they at?
Another thing is we don't have pizza deliveries, taxis, Ubers, whatever. We don't have any of that down here because it's way too far out for anyone. Alright, now let's get to the pros. There is a lot of things I actually do love about living so far out in the sticks. One big thing is that it's peaceful. I love just being able to walk outside on my porch and not hear any highways, like we don't have noisy highways, and I just sit on my porch and I hear some birds chirping and I see the pretty blue sky and all the trees around. It's just really peaceful. And another thing I kind of mentioned when I said my grandma, with the trick-or-treating thing, is that my only neighbors are family. I have my grandma who lives up the driveway, cousins across the street, up a little ways up my road there are more cousins. We're just family all around. And something I love to do, I don't really do often, but I love to go hiking, and I can do that right in my backyard. Going on a little hike. Hey! that stick big enough for you? Oh. Coming out here to hug some trees. Hug some trees. Also, another thing I love is you can have as many animals as you want to have in or outside of your house. And right now we have 3 dogs, and I just love the fact that ever since I was little we've had puppies and dogs running around. We're dog people, but we have always had some sort of dog at our house, and I just, my heart. Another thing about the snow, as I mentioned earlier, they don't plow our roads, but a pro to that is that we stay out of school longer. I mean, some people don't like that because it adds more days on. I think it was pretty cool because you have all summer long to like be in the sun, but in the wintertime, it doesn't snow but like twice down here in North Carolina, so you might as well enjoy it and enjoy your days off of school. Even though I'm graduated and don't have to worry about it, but yeah, enjoy those days off, kids, enjoy them. Another thing I love, and this kind of went with stepping out on my porch, is you look up and you see these starry skies because there is no street lights or anything. It's just beautiful. Also, I love this part because I hate bypasses and interstates and stuff, is we just have back roads down here, and I love back roads. I have about 10 different ways to get to any given place, and I used to have like 4 ways to get to school, so I could just use a different road every day, and that was fun. Also, I love the fact that whenever you go for a drive, it's very scenic. You see a bunch of trees and clouds and sky and just a bunch of cows and animals and miniature donkeys, which are my favorite, and it's just great. The last thing I love about living in the sticks is that it's just home. It's where my heart is, and I don't think I'd ever be able to live in the city because I just love where I live so much, and just my heart's here, and it's really awesome. And if you ever get a chance to buy a house and live in the country, you will not regret it, except for the fact that you will not have signal, and that is important to a lot of people. But you can get Wi-Fi, my friends, and that solves all your problems. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I want to give a big shout out to my boyfriend. He helped me film all of the strange things I filmed today and did not say a word. He did not judge me. He just helped me out, and I just want to say thanks, babe. So comment down below if you could relate any in this video, or just comment what you thought was funny or something like that. And my social media links are down below, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye. Hey. I love you too. Okay, bye. I done bought all this candy. I'm glad. Does that make sense to you?